Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all stopping by to check this video out. Just when I hit the record button and jumped in front of the camera to start this monologue, I realized if you watched my last video, it's been 2 weeks to the day. Yes, everything, including me, has been washed. Moving on. Today's video is going to be about my buddy's bike. If you watched my last video, thank you. If you haven't, there's a link below, and please watch it. Not so the view counter goes up, but I want you to watch that. I would like you to watch that video to help honor a terrific human being, my friend John. This is his bike. His family asked me to come with them to the police department when they released it after his accident, and his son asked if I'd be able to fix it up for him because his son wants to continue John's legacy of love for riding a bike. I'm more than honored. I'm grateful, very thankful that they thought of me to do this for them, not only giving me the opportunity to work on this bike. I actually built this bike for John last year, so his son is going to continue the good ride on this bike. I've got a few parts I'm going to replace, so with you guys over my shoulder, we're going to tear this thing down, give it a good wash, put it back together, put a couple new parts on. So let's get started. So what are we cleaning John's bike with today? Well, I'm glad you asked. I like using this stuff here, this Muck Off waterless wash. It not only does it smell good and it's pink, but it does a pretty good job, and it buff it out to a pretty decent shine. So we're going to get some of this lovely smelling Muck Off onto this beast, and we'll get her cleaned up. Wait, what do you clean it with? Well, tire brush thingamajig from the AutoZone. I spent a few bucks and got park tool brushes. I know, big weenie, had to buy the park tool stuff, but they're worth it. They're not as coarse as a lot of other brushes you find at the stores, at the AutoZone and stuff, and they really stand up to getting into the nooks and crannies. So without further ado, pink stuff on the beast. Let's wash. All right, here she is in all her cleaned up glory. Get back in there, get this thing put back together, get her ready to ride for John's son. Finally done my buddy's bike. Went in and completely took it apart. I apologize for not having a more detailed video of it. Kind of got caught up in the moment, and next thing I knew, it was like, oh darn. But one thing I did have to do, one tool I don't have, is a brake caliper facing tool, caliper mount facing tool. So shout out to Jason over at PlayTri, my local bike shop. Called him up, or actually I texted him, and he did not hesitate one bit. Said, come on over. I don't think we've ever used it. So We both learned yesterday how to learn to use a caliper mount facing tool. So there you have it. She's all done. Maybe the next clip, what I'll do is it'll be my first bike check. My buddy John's bike, first bike check video. Let you all know what we had on there, since I didn't get very detailed with it. I will get more detailed with the gravel build that I'm doing. And the first 3-4 videos I put up is the gravel bike that I'm building to race in August. So yeah, let's get a bike check on John's bike. Started life as a flat bar hybrid, a Trek Dual Sport 1. Came with those heavy freaking sprung metal forks. So John and I rode together last year, and he decided he wanted a gravel bike. So a day or two later, we sat in my garage over there and went through a parts list to get this beast built. And outside of my own bicycles that I've built, this was the first one I built up like this for somebody else. The bike was originally a 29er, so we kept obviously that size, but we've got Panaracers on there. Panaracer Gravel Kings, 700 by 43s, seems to be the perfect width. And all around tire, it's a great tire, on-road, off-road. And stopping these wheels, this is an upgrade I just did for the rebuild for John's son. Their TRP high road, cable actuated hydraulic brakes, 160 rotors. Changed out the front fork for a RockShox Recon air fork, and it's got lockout on it. And then we wound up going with Surly cow chipper bars and micro shift advent levers, which shift this 1x10 cassette here. I'm sorry, 1x9. It's an 1146 1x9 with an Advent X 9-speed derailleur, and it is clutched. Matter of fact, there's the clutch right there. Up for on, down for off. We've got a 42 tooth absolute black oval chainring, SRAM NX cranks, 175 I believe, because John was he's taller than me. Everybody's taller than me. And then we wound up going with, what else we got here? I think that's about it. And this thing, the geometry of it looks different than most of your other gravel bikes. I mean, yeah, it started life as a hybrid, but it is what you make of it, right? So this is obviously it's too big for me. It is a size, what size is the frame? I believe it's a medium, and I usually ride a small. I can even ride my daughter's extra small. I don't know why I'm admitting that, but so this is John's bike. This is what his son is getting. And it's a hell of a bike, and I look forward to his son enjoying the heck out of it. John's son texted him that it's done. He's super happy. Can't wait to get on it and give it a rip. And now we've got other things to get upward and onward. That gravel bike is ready for some paint. Just got to put some stenciling on it, and thought I had it figured out what I want to do, but I wound up overthinking it, and then the other night got some pretty good ideas I think will work good. So looking forward to that, and yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And another thing too, I mentioned it earlier in the clip, but Jason over at PlayTri Fort Worth, North Tarrant in Fort Worth, go see him. What can local do for you? Go find out. He will take care of you. He's a great guy. I've known him for a few years, and it's not a matter of what you can afford. He wants to get you on a bike, and he will work with you to do that. So thanks again, Jason, for letting me use that tool. My North Texas peeps, go check them out. You won't be sorry. So rubber side down, stay safe, and hey, give it a rip.